Hello everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids. We are once again on Varis' account here from the Gallifrey cluster. As you guys probably know, you probably saw the video. If you didn't, you should go check it out. We pulled 1,000 void shards. That's right, 1,000 for Varis on Sunday. So you can check out the video to see how it went. But he was very kind to offer the opportunity to jump onto his account. He has basically all the void legendaries in the game, and that we could just go on and test anything that we want to test. So in today's video, we're going to be testing. This account is hella stacked. It's the most stacked account I've ever seen. It's absolutely insane. We're going to come in and we're going to be testing out Yumeko in combination with her partner in crime, or in infamy, or I don't know, and hopefully owning the arena, Karato Fox Hunter. These two champions have a bunch of skills and such that work better when they are together. I mean, we've seen Venus Cupidus really dominating since their buffs, so I thought it'd be really cool to test out a few different teams showing off these champions here in today's video. So that's what we're going to do. Again, big shout out to him for letting me on the account, and he also wanted me to give a shout out to the Gallifrey cluster that he is a part of. So they're one of the biggest clusters, obviously, in Raid. They're a great bunch of people. Apart from, I think, is Gallifrey 2, I think, beat my clan in a CVC this year. So, you know, they're a bunch of scoundrels and knaves over there in Gallifrey 2. Nobody likes them. But the rest of them are cool. So, yeah. Anyway, let's jump in. Let me show you these champions. And like I said, we're going to combo them with a couple of different things. So, Yumeko, first of all, probably for a lot of people, considered to be the #1 champion in Raid. She's one of the newest champions, and obviously she looks just so goddamn cool. A lot of the Shadowkin do. She is coming in. What makes her so good? Well, the big thing, of course, is her A3 ability here. Dance of Time. 5-turn cooldown. Decreases the cooldowns of all ally skills by 3 turns, and increases the cooldowns of all enemy skills by 3 turns. So she's doing a double whammy here, resetting her own team and then locking out the enemy. This is incredibly powerful. She has a nuts A2 as well. Attack one enemy, 80 bucks to a 100% chance of placing a hex debuff for 3 turns. Whenever an enemy tries to place debuffs on this champion or an ally, 55 bucks to a 75% chance of transferring those debuffs to a random enemy under a hex debuff placed by her. Now, she's not going to be throwing out these hexes all the time. It's pretty much just going to have a really good chance to put any debuffs attempted to be placed on her team back at the enemy that is hexed, which is really strong. It's a lower chance against bosses, 50%. That's still very good. I think, for example, she can throw bombs back at Bommel, which is just nuts. And then on top of this, with Karato Fox Hunter, this is the combo we're testing. Whenever someone fills the turn meter of an enemy under hex placed by this champion, her turn meter will be filled instead, right? So we're going to turn the enemy's turn meter boosting into turn meter for Yumeko and getting her back to this reset skill faster, which is absolutely insane. Her A1 is a double hitter that steals some turn meter if she's high health, or heals her if she's low health. Obviously, the turn meter steal is the preferable thing. And then her passive is also boosted with Karato, so she will just always get Perfect Veil for 2 turns at the start of every round. So at the start of the arena fight, Perfect Veil. And she'll be immune to all debuffs while under that, which is so strong. On top of that, with Karato, we have an extra effect. Whenever Veil or Perfect Veil is placed on an enemy, 75% chance of stealing that buff. So we put Karato in with her, and Duchess, Candrafon, thanks guys. There's a really good chance we're going to be stealing those Perfect Veils. You know, one of the most common defensive buffs with Duchess, really, in the arena, and we have a chance just to completely neutralize that. Which is just really cool. She also has an accuracy in all battles aura, which is nice. How have we built her out then? Well, how has she been built on this account? We have her at 323 speed, 570 accuracy, and then some defensive stats here. So she's very, very fast, extremely fast, and she has good accuracy. Might want to consider against like higher resistance teams or Mithralas, stuff like that, running increased accuracy. Or I would honestly say, to be honest, I would not be running this champ with this accuracy against a Mithrala. I think even with increased accuracy, there's a pretty good chance she's going to resist you. Now, you might get away with it because Mithrala, guess what, cannot cleanse off this cooldown increase. So we might try that out today. But she's going to struggle a bit there. And then over here, of course, we have that increased accuracy over in the support tree. and then some defensive masteries. Now, jumping across to her partner in crime, we have, of course, Karato, Fox Hunter. I'll show you his build, and then we'll just dive into some arena action. Here he is. Here he is. So Karato, what does he do? Well, straight up, his A1 is a triple hitter with a 30% chance per hit to place weaken. Not super good, to be honest. His A2 now is very interesting. This gets very strong with Yumeko. Single target attack that does a stun for 2 turns. A 2-turn stun, and gives him an extra turn and resets the skill if Yumeko's on the same team and he kills an enemy. Now, that is pretty spicy, right? He's going to be just potentially one-shotting enemies one after another, and even if he doesn't kill them, he can stun them. Now, he needs accuracy to do that, so that's not super reliable, but that reset is very strong. Now, his A3 is an AoE attack with a 100% chance when booked of placing block active skills for 2 turns. Cannot be resisted if Yumeko's on the same team. Now, I guess one of the problems with this is that, okay, it's great, can't be resisted. That's fantastic. Yumeko does, though. I mean, Yumeko does put all their skills on cooldown anyway, so for the most part, they're not going to be able to use block active skills. So we'll see. Does this actually matter? Does it not? We shall see. And then Stoicism, this gets another Yumeko effect. So, first of all, damage inflicted by this champ cannot be decreased by enemy passive skills or masteries, except by the passives of bosses. Now, the big thing with this, of course, obviously all the defensive tree masteries, so that's a big damage increase. But things like Duchess passive, that's a big one, which is what, 15% damage reduction from attacks? Or is it 25? I think it might be 25% against champions, right? 25% damage reduction. He just hits right through that. So it really ups his potential to nuke through these teams. And I think they're really very strong against Duchess when you consider that Yumeko can steal the Veil. He ignores Duchess passive. It's very powerful. Damage inflicted by this champion cannot be increased, though, by masteries or ally passive skills. Now, I'm not sure if there's really many ally passive skills that boost damage, but masteries is a big thing, except when attacking bosses. So they will work against bosses, but for arena, not going to happen. And then when Yumeko dies, instantly grants a turn to this champion and resets the cooldown of each of this champion's skills. So that's pretty insane. And I think that's where definitely this AoE block active skills irresistible becomes strong if she dies. And we're going to try that out as well. Extra turn and he blasts off. He has 20% crit rate too. So funny enough, we'll look at the masteries because I think we could probably change these, but he is coming in not crazy gear really. We're in Savage and a speed set. I think he's speed tuned for the team we're in. So 5.6k attack, 200 speed, 231% crit damage. These are not crazy stats. These are absolutely not crazy stats compared to, you know, the potential that we could be, you know, that you could put out. Like I could build stats like this on my account, no problem really. Yeah, so it's not insane by any means. We've got good speed. Like I said, I think we're speed tuned, but it could definitely be higher. And then if we look at the masteries, so this is where I think that I think these could definitely be changed. I don't think this quite makes sense. So I think it's definitely making sense to grab the crit rate and crit damage. Then Whirlwind of Death is really good too, right? He kills stuff, he gets speed. That works. Now, where I think we've gone wrong, I don't think single out works. More damage. I think his passive stops this from working. Then we also bring it down. More damage against targets at higher max HP. Again, I just think it just does not work for him. Methodical, I think, also does not work. Kill streak. Now, I'm not 100% sure about this. I'm not going to change these right now. But I think you would normally take the crit rate, that the speed is going to work. Then Cycle of Violence should work as well. Chance to cool down his skills. That should work just fine. Shield when he kills stuff, that should work. And then Helm Smasher I know does work. So Helm Smasher, weirdly, does work. I mean, if they ever stopped it working, you could take Flawless Execution, but Helm Smasher does work. It's going to give you, with Savage and in Arena, by far the most damage. That's good. Then the defense tree is pretty nice, so I'll probably be ditching Single Out and grabbing Wisdom of Battle. Chance for block debuffs, kind of nice. On this row, I really don't know what else you get. Maybe more resist for every debuff on him. Not a great skill, to be completely honest. Harvest Despair could actually be pretty good. So a leech, whenever he does his stun with his A2, it's just, you know, going to prevent this Mastery Resurgent from potentially removing that stun. It might remove the leech instead. So probably give him Harvest Despair and grab him Cycle of Violence. And then, again, on this tree, you could get him Deterrence. You could get him Retribution. I've seen a lot of people, I think, run Cycle of Revenge, which makes sense because his A1's not really the draw here. So getting him just the turn meter to get to his skills might be a bit better. So there's definitely potentially some tweaks there. Maybe even support tree, like extend the block active skills. I don't know, with more accuracy. There's definitely other options. But yeah, let's dive in. I know you guys want to see some action. So let's go show you some action. What we're going to do, we're going to hit refresh. Bam. And then we're going to fight every single team. We are, by the way, in high enough up in goal 5 right now. This team is going to be easy. So we're going to be testing a few different teams here today. The first one we're going to test, we might do 5 fights here with this. This is the team he actually uses. So this is obviously super powerful. This is the most pay to win one, obviously with the empowerment. Then we're going to switch it up with Team 3 here, which is also very powerful, but then we're going to switch out Nekret to balance it out a bit more. But yeah, we got Prince Kaimar, 342 speed. He's going to come in with the buff removal and the sleep. Sifi is the fastest, 384. Nice speed there. She's going to be coming in speed boosting and blocking debuffs. Then Yumeko is going to come in, do her dance of time. And then Karato, he's got no presets, we'll just let him do his thing. So basically, Sifi boosts into Kaimar sleep, Yumeko blocks their skills, and then Karato goes to town. So let's see how it works. We'll do maybe 5 fights with this team. Obviously, this first one right here, we're going to absolutely smash them because, yeah, there you go. You can see their stuff is cooled down. In comes Karato, and bam, his A3. As you can see, it hits hard. It hits hard. I think it did weak hit the 2 blue affinity champions, which is how they survived, and we ripped through. That's really no problem right here. Much tankier team right here. And one of the nice things about Karato, definitely, as a spirit nuker, is he's going to be good against the Candrafon, which a lot of, all your magic nukers are not going to be. So that's kind of a pretty cool thing about him. And he's going to be good against Duchess as well, which others might not be. So we've hopefully locked out some of their skills. Karato goes in, one-shots Candrafon, and he's actually sticking with his A2, which is kind of interesting. Kaimar is going to sleep them again. One fun thing with Kaimar and Yumeko is that Yumeko can reset his stuff. He's just A2ing everyone. Again, not quite enough damage here to one-shot the Vogoth. But again, we've been reset. Just look at all these resets. It's kind of disgusting. The only, I think, problem with this team, and one of the reasons we want to try a different team, look at him. He's just firing off these one-shot hits. We do not have increased attack. Perfect. Unless Karato dies, Sifi revives him with increased attack. Now he's going to hit hella hard. Well, okay, that was only one hit of his A1. It didn't land the other 2. But we don't have increased attack. So his damage is not going to be crazy high. But just the control that we have is what is letting us push through. So again, this team, lots of spirit affinity enemies. Ooh, Stone Skin. Can we strip it? We can't strip all of it, but we do lock out their skills nonetheless. Karato is going to come in. One shot, one kill. One shot, one kill. Another one shot, one kill. He almost died to the guy's passive, actually. And now we're chilling. We're waiting for the Stone Skin to fall off. Karato is dead, but he is revived up. Stuff is reset, and he's going in again. You can see, again, that damage, a little bit low. Helm Smasher, I guess, probably didn't proc. He's picked up again, and boom, he cuts them down. So he's squishy. He's vulnerable. He doesn't have the best nuking gear, let's say, and he doesn't have increased attack, but he is, at the same time, still ripping through these teams. This should be an interesting test because there's a Hegemon. Hegemon comes in. Oh, wow, that is a nuking Hegemon. He slams. Sifi does this stuff. I don't know if it's the right idea to set her to not do her A3. I don't know. Well, let's just leave it full auto. Actually, she did it full auto anyway. And he's almost going to flop over dead. We've got the hit right there. Destiny's Mirror actually got resisted, looks like. And Karato chops through with the AoE. We definitely want to see if we can find a Duchess at some point for sure today. We haven't seen a Duchess quite yet. Lots of Arbiters. They're asleep. Yumeko is going in for the kill. We get the revive again. But we just have... I think that's the nice thing about this team is Sifi, obviously, we know what Sifi can do. There's so many resets, and then we're popping off. So it's working well. Here we go. We've got a Duchess in this team. Let's do this one, and then let's switch up the team. So yeah, I think this team is kind of nuts, and Karato definitely does the job. Okay, my only concern is that I don't know if we're fully utilizing... the synergy between these two champs. I'm not sure if we're fully utilizing it. Yumeko certainly never dies, so we're not really triggering the extra turn. Definitely the reset stuff is nice, but we've got so many resets here with Kaimar and Yumeko. I don't know if we need that like A2 free reset stuff. Don't know if it's that important really. And really the biggest concern would be we could put Rotos in. And Rotos Sifi, Rotos doesn't need increased attack as much. He's going to scale up and destroy stuff just by stealing their max HP. He can ignore Swift Parry. So I kind of feel like Rotos fits in this team a bit better. Like the lack of increased attack, I think that Rotos might work a bit better. Let's switch it up. So this is obviously going to be pretty scary. Actually, this is a good test. Let's do actually this one more fight. We've got a couple of really good teams here. Let's actually hit these up, and then we'll do a reset with the other team. I just thought we've got some really strong teams. Again, we'll leave this in full auto. We'll see how it does. So here we go. We've got Hegemon. We've got Empowered stuff. These are other players, really, really good accounts. Sifi actually got locked out of her skill, but they get slept. Their stuff is put on cooldown by Yumeko. Bam, and absolutely slammed through. Remember, one of the really nice things is that Yumeko cannot be her perfect veil she gets with her passive. Basically, look at that. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Basically counts as an immunity set. Let's hit this team. Let's see how we do here. So this one could be pretty nasty. I think this is one we could lose. Yumeko can't be debuffed. We actually outspeed them. Sifi got slept. Their stuff's on cooldown. Fantastic. Look at that. Boom. Suppression ward. He goes down. Gets taken out by Leo. Yumeko actually finishes off Leo. And then look at all these resets coming through. He's in again. And Karato, he's just one-shotting them. Obviously, that would have been scary if we didn't go first. Yumeko with the big 1 damage, securing that kill. I'm putting some criticism at the team, but I don't know. What do you guys think? It's pretty damn impressive. That is pretty insane. And yeah, we got some crazy champs here, but we got some crazy champs over this side too. I mean, we maybe got a little lucky outspeeding them, but that's hella impressive, I'm going to be honest. Now let's flip over. So, a couple of other teams to test out now. Okay, this should be interesting with a Necret in there. So what I wanted to test out first is this new Team 3. So what we're going to do with this team, we're going to drop the Kaimar, we're going to drop the Sifi, and we're going to bring an Arbiter sort of in Sifi's place to speed boost, but to give us increased attack and see how Karato is going to do with increased attack. Now the 4th slot is quite flexible. We'll switch this out in a second. First of all, I did want to try it with Necret the Great. Because Necret is going to be putting out this big shield on Karato, I was just very curious to see, okay, can we make it so that Yumeko might actually die, but Karato be protected? So I want to try a few fights with this and see how this one's going to work. Now, obviously, this is also, you know, to have both Yumeko and Necret, you have to be super, super lucky. The sleeps are coming in. We're getting kind of slammed, but Karato just about survived. Now, the Bedevil really did not do much. Here we go with the extra turn. We've got the protection on her, but I don't think it's going to be enough. It's just barely enough. The protection there from Necret is barely enough. We have the revive. Can Karato come in? I don't think so. Looks like we're going to go down and we get taken out. So yeah, this team did not work quite well. We got outsped. The Arbiter is significantly slower and we got sort of locked down there. So this particular team, again, it's somewhat of a gearing issue, you know, because we weren't as fast, but didn't quite work. Let's try this one. I'm just curious to see. Again, I'm curious to see if we can get those extra turns. There we go. Karato, he has the protection on him. Hit comes in. Actually, this enemy team has no damage. Never mind. It's a nuking Romantu. Holy crap. Their skills are on cooldown. We have an ally attack coming in. Unfortunately, no increased attack because Arbiter dead. But we've got some protection out there from Necret, so that's all right. We'll see what Karato can do. He's had his cooldown increased, but bam, he cuts on through. They can't resist the block active skills. But of course, with her A1, Lysandra throws it back. We smack them with the A1. Extra turn. All right. And they're going to go down. Ooh, so is Karato. But Yumeko is going to secure the kill again. Never mind, she doesn't get to ally attack. Necret does it himself. I'd say this variant of this team, we might be... I don't think we're fighting stronger stuff like we fought some crazy teams back there with the first team. This variant is definitely not working as well. You know, the Arbiter is clearly a lot more vulnerable than Sifi. Boom, we get the block active skills across the enemy. Even with the increased attack with this gear, wasn't quite enough to cut through this team, right? That passive proccing from Kyoku, very strong. Obviously, Magnar, very tanky champion. Kyoku actually resisted the Hex there. That's unfortunate. But yeah, Karato did his AoE. He should now just finish them all off with his A2, right? They're nuked down. They're weak. Yeah, he's literally just gonna one-shot everyone. He's like a sniper. Just pew, pew, pew. Takes them out one by one. We'll hit this team as well. Why not? This is lower power, but really they just need to go first. It would be interesting if they did go first. They're not gonna. All right, and we lock them out. Okay, so again, this is going to be a nice, easy win. Man, Yumeko is so strong. If she goes first, right? If she goes first, you basically just win. It's that powerful. Which is where Arbiter being... I think the Arbiter is 364 speed or something like that. Which is, again... There's going to be a lot of players at this level that have teams that are as fast. Like, we got outsped there. There's going to be plenty with teams that are of a similar speed. Let's try against this one. I guess it's just going to come down to speed, though, isn't it? It's just going to come down to speed, so there's not really too much going on there. Whoever goes first wins. It's not super exciting. Let's try the Warlord team. Sure, let's try it out. And then let's switch out the Necrat for something else. So, even with the Necrat in there, Yumeko's really not dying because of the Veil, I think, for 2 turns at the start of the fight. So I really do feel like triggering that Karato extra turn is pretty tough. Like, doesn't seem like something that's going to happen very often. Yumeko is protected for so long. I think with Necra in there, yeah, he's protecting Karato, but by the time the Veil drops off Yumeko, half the time he's protecting Yumeko because Arbiter has died by then. So that's not working out super duper well. Okay, you know, let's try it. Let's try this team. This might be the team. If they're faster, they might not be faster. Oh, we're slightly faster. You can see those turn meters are really full though. There we go. We lock them out, but not fully. Let's see what happens here. So Rotos is always a threat. Rotos is always super scary. And Karato's the bad affinity now. The ally attack from him almost takes them out. This time, oh my god, that's a beautiful hit right there from Karato. Really cuts through. We saw from their team power, they're definitely not as tanky, so that's definitely part of it. See how we go. Yumeko is going to steal some turn meter. Now, Karato got his cooldown increased by Yumeko. Cool. He's going to finish her off with the A1. I love his animations. I mean, they keep going. This could still go either way. This could still go either way. We're doing it just full auto. I don't want to interfere. Want to see how it doesn't, like, just full auto be full auto. Give everyone the fairest chance to go. The ally attack almost takes down their Arbiter. Now, Yumeko is vulnerable. Never mind. She's protected now. So, I think she's unlikely to die. Rotos keeps getting taken out. They can't quite stay alive. Karato, hopefully coming around to a nuke fairly soon. There's the revive on Arbiter again. Destiny's Mirror out, though. Sifi's revives now on cooldown unless Yumeko brings it back. We shall see. We're going to strip off some of their buffs. Karato resists the sleep because he's got block debuffs. That's good. He one-shots. He's going to go again. One-shots. And he's going again. Bam. Oh, that A2. His A2 is so good. With Yumeko. It's so good. That single target hit. It just slams damage. He hits so hard. He does outrun the increased attack, mind you. But that hits damn hard. Right, let's refresh one more time here. Okay, and let's test out the final sort of version. Actually, we'll probably struggle against the Torment. So let's make this a bit more free to play. So we're thinking about someone that maybe they did the Karato fusion. They're lucky enough to pull a Yumeko. They obviously have Arbiter. So let's go with Madame Ceres, who hopefully a lot of people got after this weekend. We actually have 2 Madame Ceres here. I don't really know which one to run. This one's really fast. She's got a good chunk of accuracy. The other one, let's see how the other one is. Oh no, the other one's worse. She's probably in Stone Skin. Okay, now we'll put in the higher accuracy one. Now for this team, actually, here's a little tip. If you're specifically building this, which obviously we're not going to on this account. Yeah, I don't think you would on this account. I think obviously the Kaimar is the better option. Kaimar Yumeko combo is disgusting. But you can build Madame. She basically just needs to be 1 speed faster than Karato. That's it. And then you can crank her accuracy as high as you can just to ensure that she will hit this. It's something you can do because they're not going to do much. Once Stance of Time goes off, they're not going to do much. So she's actually very fast. In fact, no, never mind. 271. I thought it was 371 for a second. I was like, Madame is faster than Arbiter. No, I'm just an idiot. Right, let's go test it out. I think we might struggle against Torment. The fun thing is, again, remember, Yumeko with her passive cannot be frozen. Now, the others actually resisted, which is cool, but she cannot be frozen, which is just awesome. He's going to go in with the AoE, finishes off half of them. We have the Hex on here, and again, look at that. He's frozen. That's the Hex from Yumeko, and Karato's just going to start doing his reset nonsense. Stuns him for 2 turns. Of course he does. But yeah, with her Destiny's Mirror, Yumeko is actually fantastic against Torment, isn't she? And fantastic against Hegemon, because she cannot be debuffed by them while she has that perfect veil. She can't be debuffed, and then she just walks in and puts their skills on cooldown. Then the second turn, she throws the Hex out, and then all of the freezes from Torment, she's just throwing them right back. 75% chance to throw them right back at the enemy. Let's see it here again. Let's see it here again. So up against Torment, again, we can see everyone else might get frozen when Arbiter boosts. Nobody did, in fact. And there we go. Well, Arbiter got frozen. We put their skills on cooldown. We decreased their attack, which hopefully gives Karato enough survivability to survive. Now the Hex is on. I mean, he's already frozen. He can't get frozen again. This time we didn't throw it back. and Karato just one-shots him. It's kind of beautiful. So this is a much more budget version of the team. Yeah, it's a much more budget version. Let's hit this team up as well. I think it works really well with Madame. Obviously, you know, it's as budget a team because we're considering that you have to have Yumeko and Karato to do this team, and we don't have decreased attack on Foley. That could be kind of scary. Never mind. Karato murdered them. He one-shot someone with his A2 and then finished them off with his A3. I actually don't know which you would prioritize. What do you think? Like, what do you even prioritize? This is a good one to hit up here as well. Let's see this. So here, again, Mithrala is a real nightmare to deal with for most teams because she's going to remove all the debuffs. In this case, yes, we could not. We got resisted, you see, because our accuracy is not super high. We got resisted by both Mithrala and Cardial. We did not have 570 accuracy, not enough on Yumeko. 570-ish or whatever as well on Madame, not enough right there. So they were not, look at this, resisted again. We're not able to actually lock them out. However, this is what's really fun. They can cleanse all they want. They can remove debuffs all they want, but they could not make those Trundas have their cooldowns available. That's the thing. Yumeko, it's not a cleansable thing that she does. She puts their stuff on cooldown. There's nothing they can do. It's so strong. And then there actually, Karato is super useful here. Look at that. Again, just that's actually a really good combo right there. They're really good against Mithrala Cardial, that sort of team. Because yeah, we were low on the accuracy. We're getting resisted here. And that's where Karato came in and went, okay, you can't resist my AoE. My AoE is going to block your skills, Cardial. It's going to block your skills, Mithrala. Sucks to be you. So that's actually that I hadn't thought about that. They're actually a very good combo against Mithrala, and you don't need increased accuracy. You don't need increased accuracy, which for most people, for most teams, you do need. You need increased accuracy because you're going to need to actually debuff Mithrala, to crowd control Mithrala as well, to crowd control Cardial. And that's very tough because these champions have very high resistance usually. Like, I mean, especially Mithrala, I'm sure you all know if you fought her in Arena. Well, it doesn't matter. Yumeko locks out the dangerous champions on the enemy team who are not going to have the crazy resistance. They can't cleanse it. And then if they don't have block debuffs on, Karato just comes in and blocks their active skills. That is actually super cool. That's really cool. Yeah, I don't know. Guys, let me know what you think. I think that is plenty much of a showcase here today. With obviously like the really pay-to-win team, which actually exceeded expectations. I think it's just nuts what's going on right there. In fact, let's jump in and see that one more time, because I'm not sure exactly what's happening, but it's absolutely bananas. If we come into this, we'll not do it on auto. I want to see their cooldowns, what their cooldowns actually do, right? Because we come in, so Kaimar sleeps them, then she puts their stuff on cooldown. His sleep is now back. And yeah, then Karato can just come in and just start like one shot and just like, yeah, you're gone. Let's get rid of Kandrafon as well. Oh, Kandrafon got unkillable. Okay, bummer. Well, let's sleep him again. Let's sleep him again. Let's hex the Duchess. Why not? There we go. We can sleep Duchess again here. Man, reset their stuff, and it resets her Dance of Time. And then her Dance of Time is going to reset his stuff, I'm pretty sure. So we won't kill them here. Well, we'll kill the Duchess, get rid of her. Swift Parry's gone, goodbye. Let me actually just A1 here so he doesn't die. We come back to Kaimar. Oh, it doesn't reset Seal of Magic, but Seal of Magic resets hers. Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. So you get the one Seal of Magic, but he can reset the cooldown on Dance of Time. So you're going to get 2 Dance of Time. Like, that's tough to deal with. That is tough to deal with. And like Karato, he does enough damage. I'm actually really surprised. With the gear that he's in and not having increased attack, I've actually been really surprised by how strong he is. Yeah, it's actually worked surprisingly well. Yeah, I know. Again, let me know. What do you think, guys? What do you think? It's very impressive. Like, I really think people are sleeping on Karato Yumeko. I really do. Like, they are very powerful together. Yumeko doesn't get crazy more powerful. Like, stealing the turn meter is cool. And stealing the perfect veil stuff is cool. I feel like she doesn't need Karato. I think she does her job just fine without him. They're nice perks. But they're not essential. But it's definitely something to consider. Like, again, stealing the turn meter is useful. Stealing the veils is pretty damn sweet against those, the like Duchess style teams, you know? And then Karato, again, he's really impressive. He does surprising amount of damage I really thought that he was not going to hit as hard as he did. He really impressed me with his damage output. He did plenty of damage. He's killing people all the time. Now, he gets a lot better with Yumeko. It's dramatic. Getting the extra turn and reset on Bedevil is dramatically better. And then, again, I didn't, like we said at the start of the video, I didn't expect Suppression Word to be that useful. But against Mithrala, against Cardial, those sorts of champions, I think it certainly is very, very useful. So that was pretty cool to see. Unfortunately, this extra turn thing, I don't think we saw that even once. This just does not work. It doesn't click. But, like, Bedevil becomes insanely good. This is an absolute monster of a skill when Yumeko is in. So, yeah, I think they're both very good. Karato without Yumeko, he's going to be good, but he's not crazy. It's really that reset was super, super strong. So he's okay without her, but not insane. I think she is insane without him. But there you go. There you go. That was the showcase. Let me know if you agree or not. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing these two champions in action. I had a ton of fun testing them out. Again, massive shout out as once again to Varis for letting me on the account to see these champs in action. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.